Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Liz Waid.
And I'm Bruce Gulland. Spotlight uses a special English method of broadcasting. It is easier for people to understand, no matter where in the world they live.
What do you do when a child misbehaves? What if he does not listen? What if she breaks your house rules? What did your parents do when you did not behave well?
All parents face these questions. All parents teach their children right and wrong. But what is the best way to do this? There are many ways to punish children when they do wrong.
But in some places, there is a big debate about one kind of punishment: hitting. In different parts of the world, this is called either spanking or smacking. It usually involves hitting a child on the bottom, but it could be hitting children anywhere on the body. Should parents use hitting as a form of punishment? Or are there better ways to punish children? Today's Spotlight is on the question of hitting children as a way to teach them.
In 2005, there was a big debate about smacking in the country of New Zealand. Rose Berge is a social worker. She was part of Family Works. This group works to stop violence against children. She said that New Zealand was one of the worst places to raise children. She told BBC News,
New Zealand's home violence rates are horrible. Our child abuse rates are horrible. If we are going to stop child abuse in this country, I believe it has to start with the way we raise our children.
However, there were many people in New Zealand who believed it is sometimes necessary to smack their children. They do not feel that they can be good parents without this kind of punishment. This is also true for many parents in other places in the world. Many parents do not believe that hitting a child in this way is violence. They believe they are teaching the child with a method called negative reinforcement. For example, when a child does not obey a rule, a negative thing happens to them. In this case, it is being hit on their bottom.
But many experts say it is never good to use any kind of violence on children. They say children who grow up in violent homes often become violent adults. Because of this, in 2007, the government of New Zealand made it illegal to smack a child. But the new law did not end debate about smacking. There have been several efforts through the years to change the law. Tracy Martin is a New Zealand politician. She has worked to change the law. She told the radio program Checkpoint with John Campbell about her own parenting.
I would give my children a smack on the hand or a smack on the leg. Normally, it was when one of my children would decide they were not going to listen to me. I would explain myself for a number of minutes. Then we were in a situation where I was saying, "You need to do as you are told." If the answer was still no, then it was a smack on your leg. I would send them to their room. I would tell them, "We can talk about it later when you understand that I am the parent and you are the child."
Martin's efforts to change the law worked. But there are still people in New Zealand working to educate parents. Rab Beckett worked to create a program that educates parents in ways to teach without smacking. He understands that change will take many years. He told the BBC,
"We know there are people out there who still hit their children now. But we see people coming through our program that will never have to hit their children because they have learnt good parenting skills."
This is not just an issue in New Zealand. There are now 52 countries that have banned smacking. These countries are all over the world. They include Iceland, Greece, Brazil, and France. There seems to be a movement toward less smacking.
And yet, in almost every country, there is a serious debate on this issue. In 2016, there was a debate in the country of Canada. Dr. Gerald Robert Farthing teaches child development at the University of Saskatchewan. He does not think that teachers should be permitted to smack children, but some parents should be permitted. He told the Global News,
"For me, I think the situation is very important. If we have a loving parent relationship, then along with it comes the teaching, or the training, or the talking. Then, smacking as a resource can be a very good method."
The country of Sweden was the first country to ban smacking. This happened in 1979. almost all people in Sweden agree with the law. There are still people who argue against making parents into criminals. Marley Nilsson works for Save the Children. She told the Christian Science Monitor,
"If you get angry with me about something, you do not have the right to hit me, do you? Then why should children not enjoy the same rights? The law does not give any legal punishment for smacking. It just requires social workers to support families in problem situations. There has been no increase in parents pulled into the criminal justice system. No children have been taken away from their families."
Raising children is very important work. At a young age, children learn if the world is a safe or a dangerous place. They learn about power and how to get what they need. Raising children is also very personal. Some people were smacked as children and decide never to smack or spank their own children. Other people think about how wild they were as children and think it was a good thing that they got a good smack from time to time.
What do you think about hitting children? Do you think it is always wrong? Or do you think it is necessary to be a good parent? Tell us what you think. You can leave a comment on our website or email us at radio@radioenglish.net. You can also comment on Facebook at facebook.com/spotlightradio.
The writer of this program was Adam Navis. The producer was Michio Ozaki. The voices you heard were from the United States, the United Kingdom, and New Zealand. All quotes were adapted for this program and voiced by Spotlight. You can listen to this program again and read it on the internet at www.radioenglish.net. This program is called The Debate About Hitting Children.
Look for our free official app in the Google Play Store and in iTunes. We hope you can join us again for the next Spotlight program. Goodbye.